Hi boys and girls, welcome back to our final sound STEAM lesson. So we have been learning all about sounds, about how they're made, about sound waves, and our big things are amplitude and pitch. So we have learned that those affect the way that we hear sounds. So I want to bring you back to something that we did last week where I had stretched a rubber band over different objects and plucked the rubber band. So those all make different sounds. We know now that that is due to the amplitude and the pitch of the sound wave. So if it makes a higher sound, that means it has a higher pitch and the sound waves are closer together. If it has a lower sound, it has a lower pitch and the sound waves are really stretched out. So these stretched out rubber bands are really similar to the strings that you would see on a stringed instrument like a guitar or a violin. That musician who's playing the instrument plucks the different strings to make different sounds and play different songs. That's called pizzicato. So today we are going to be talking all about instruments and how instruments can make different sounds. We're going to read this book called Zin, 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 a Violin. We're going to see lots of different instruments in this, and while you're looking at the instruments, I want you to think about what those instruments look like and why they might look different or have different features. Zin, 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 a Violin by Lloyd, illustrated by Marjorie Priceman. With a mournful moan and a silken tone, itself alone comes one trombone. Gliding, sliding, high notes go low, one trombone is playing solo. Next, a trumpet comes along and sings and stings its swinging song. It joins trombone no more alone, and one and two-o, they're a duo. Fine French horn, its valves all oiled, bright and brassy, loops all coiled. Golden yellow joins its fellows, two, now three-o, what a trio. Now a mellow friend, the cello, neck extended, bows a hello. End pin set upon the floor, it makes up a quartet, that's four. So we're seeing a stringed instrument now. And soaring high and moving in with zin, 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 a violin. Stroking strings that come alive, now quintet, let's count them, 5. Flute that sends our soul a shiver, flute that slender silver sliver. A place among the set it picks to make a young sextet, that's 6. So see again, she's blowing into a hole, but it's very different than the other instruments. With steely keys that softly click, its breezy notes so darkly slick, a sleek black woody clarinet is number 7, now septet. Gleeful bleeding, sobbing, pleading, through its throbbing double reading, oboe, please don't hesitate, come make it an octet, that's 8. That lazy clown, that big bassoon, he plays low down, we're laughing soon. Here, Grumpy, get your place in line and give us a nonet, that's 9. The harp descends with angels' wings, a heaven's blend through magic strings. And when it joins the others, then, behold, a chamber group of 10. The orchestra comes in the hall, they're on the stage, we see them all. The cello, harp, and clarinet, the trumpet, whom we've also met. The oboe, flute, and big bassoon, all eager to get started soon. Trombone, French horn, and violin, all poised and ready, now begin. The strings all soar, the reeds implore, the brasses roar with notes galore. It's music that we all adore, it's what we go to concerts for. The minutes fly, the music ends, and so goodbye to our new friends. But when they've bowed and left the door, if we clap loud and shout encore, they may come out and play once more. And that would give us great delight before we say a late good night. So this book shows us lots of really interesting instruments that you would find in an orchestra. What I would like you to do is I would like you to go to the website Classics for Kids. The link will be in the notes. And I would like you to try some of these instruments out online. So you can click the different sections of the orchestra and hear what those instruments sound like, but also look at them very closely. Now that you have seen some instruments and heard about them in this book, you are going to try to make your own instrument. So I just gathered some materials that I had like in our recycling bin or craft drawer. I've got rubber bands, strings, scissors, tape, an old Kleenex box, a tube, a little container here. All of this stuff makes me think of different instruments that I've seen before. I want you to try to create your own instrument using materials that you can find in your house. To make this instrument, you are going to use something called the design thinking process. So the design thinking process is just the way that we think through a problem to solve it. So our problem is not really a problem this time, it's really just a question that we're asking. So I want you to think about instruments that you've seen before and look at the materials that you have. And I want you to think, what instrument could I make? What sound do I want it to make? So that's the question that you're asking. Next, I want you to brainstorm. What kind of instrument could you make? What sound might it make? What amplitude and pitch might it be? I want you to draw your idea, making sure that you use all the information that you have. So showing all of the different materials that you're going to use and how you're going to put them together. Next, I want you to think about those materials again and collect them. So you're going to collect all of those materials. You're going to develop your idea by using those materials and the plan that you made to build your instrument. Finally, it's time to experiment. You are going to try your instrument. Does it work how you hoped it would? You might need to fine-tune your instrument. So you're going to think about how you could make your instrument work, or if it already worked, how could you make it work better? How could you make it make a nicer sound? Or maybe you can make it make more than one sound. Do you need to make some of your materials more taut so that they vibrate better? Or do you need to use a whole different material? So that's the fine-tune step, and it really takes you back to the asking step. So you're asking yourself more questions and you can go around that loop again. Your final STEAM challenge for our sound unit is to make your very own instrument. So you're going to use that design thinking process and you're going to make your instrument. You can either take a picture of it when you're done, or you can take a video of yourself playing it and send that to your teacher. I hope you have a lot of fun with this project, and I can't wait to see the instruments that you create. See you next time.